So we hear some more of the Good Shepherd like we did yesterday. And I was pondering over this. I remember hearing one time someone questioning a shepherd. It's like, how can you... The shepherd is calling each sheep by name. It's like, how do you know the sheep's names? I mean, after all, they're just a bunch of sheep. They all look the same. So, well, you know, when you look at first, that's the way it is. But over time, you get to recognize them. And he says, I remember this one, little floppy ears, was the one that got caught in the brambles, and I had to kind of pull it out. And little gray wool over here, I had to rescue from the mouth of a wolf. And as he's describing each sheep, whatever their names are, I'm making them up as we go, he describes how he had to heal their wounds. You know, as I was getting ready to leave St. Patrick's in Pelham and, you know, doing my last masses and looking out over the people in the mass, it just struck me. It's like, I remember burying that person's mother. I remember when that person came to me and needed to talk about some struggles in their lives. When this person came and asked me to pray for healing for some bodily ailment. You're going through and I'm saying, oh, I understand that. And that's God's heart. A lot of times we think we have to show our best face forward with Almighty God and say, see how good I am, and you know, I'm trying to follow you and doing all this stuff, but the Lord knows us by the wounds that He heals in us. By our brokenness. It allows us to have an intimacy with Him that we wouldn't if we were all self-sufficient and on our own. I'm reminded of a story Rob Bell told about what he refers to as the walk. He went out walking with his infant toddler son, you know, in the backpack, you know, right back there. And he's walking around a lake and it starts to rain. And so kind of tries to put the hood up on his son, doesn't realize it gets blown off. Then the rain starts coming more. Now his son is screaming in the back of his ears as the thunder and the lightning and the rain is all coming down. So he takes him out and holds him underneath him with his jacket protecting him. And he continues walking around the lake saying, we're going to make it, buddy. Dad's got you. We can do this. And he's whispering these words of encouragement all the way around. He says, you know, if, 30 years from now, my son is in therapy and dredges up this memory of the walk. And he comes to me and says, Dad, how could you have let this happen to me? This was awful. It was terrible. And he said, my heart would be broken. Because this was a moment of the most intimacy with my son, this closeness that I had with him, that I wouldn't give up for anything. And our Good Shepherd looks at us in our weakness, in our brokenness, and he says, I want to be the one to bind up your wound, to heal you. Don't be afraid to come to me. And if we go and say, God, why did you make me so weak that I have to keep coming back to you for healing? He says, you're breaking my heart. Don't go breaking my heart. He wants us to be able to come to Him for healing. And in that intimacy, we get to know Him. We allow Him to see us.